Bum, 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 bum. All right. It's a Monday morning. Sun is mostly out. And, you know, we need to get everything updated. There we go. Helps if I get this done before we get started. There we go. Let's get that updated. Hopefully that actually updates correctly. We shall see. Let's go ahead and get this stuff up and running here. We're going to do that one. I want to say happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day and that you had a terrific weekend. Just trying to get everything up and running. Normally I have all this done by now, but I'm running a little bit late. It's a Monday, you know. It's all good, right? Alright. Looks like everything updated correctly. Hey Sharky, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream, sir. A little chill music to get us going this morning. Oh, I have to say it is a bit of an interesting day. Alright. Just waiting for the game to catch up to us here. Now, I did load in a new mod. We are doing the Grind to Learn mod still. I have added in the small hatches, which I need to update so that we actually get the large hatch as well. We've done a little bit of work on the ship, obviously, and we'll go over some of the updates to that here shortly. Alright. Oh. Alright. Demon, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so last time we were together on Space Panda Z, we were working on the ship. This was actually aligned vertically previously. Oh, but we have charged up the fuel tanks. We now have some solar on board just to give us a little bit of extra power, just in case we need it. We've got our reactors. Everything is sealed up. The ship is actually airtight. Let me see. We added a couple of batteries, so we actually have a little bit of extra power back here. Speaking of, are you guys are like fully charged, right? Yeah, you're fully charged. We've gone ahead and put the two turrets on for defense. We've added a connector back here so that we can actually pipe into the base, which we've already done. I've actually unloaded everything in the base except for the uranium that's currently processing over there. So that's already loaded, set up, and ready to go. We've got our antenna in. We've got all of our thrusters in. Let me make just one quick check here to make sure we have retros, we have laterals, we have ascent, descent, and we have our mains. So yes, we should be pretty much set to go. Now the idea for this is that we're gonna try and find an area to set up a base. Once we have a base up in space, we're basically going to set up like an orbital system. Let me turn that off so you can see the lighting effects that we have going on. We have gone ahead and lit the thing up a little bit. So yeah, but that is our finished ship design. The music's just a touch loud. Maybe that's just in my monitoring side. Let me know if the music is too loud. It seems like it's a little bit louder than I'm expecting it to be for some reason. And then, as requested, it is the Beast of Burden. So, yeah, for the folks that are interested in this, I will make it available up on Workshop. I think we only have Bob on it. And the corner, well, the rotary airlock mod. I think those are the only two mods I actually have on this thing. I've been trying to keep my builds more and more vanilla as we go, mainly because of the fact that I like them to be easily accessible for folks. But yeah, that looks like that's the only two mods we've got. Now that is going to change because, hopefully, yes, it did. Ha ha ha. So the ladder mod loaded. Okay, so we will probably end up putting a ladder on this thing. And I'm thinking that if we do, I'm probably going to place ladder, I don't know. We've got lights everywhere now. Let's see here. Where do we put a ladder? I guess I could put the ladder on the front. Let's see. So we did go ahead and unlock this because nothing will have the ladder by default. Do I want that? We need girders. Actually, you're tied into the inventory system, so we can go. Alright, so we can do that. And what I'm thinking is, I don't think... the damn antenna is going to block everything except to the side. Alright, take the ladder out. Oh, we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll end up putting it like up on the edge of one of the tanks or something, so you have to climb up the side of the ship. That might not actually be a bad idea. Alright, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Anyway, so what we want to do today is we want to get this beast off the ground, make it a blue and white combination. Hey Dax, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Have I checked out the rover? No, I haven't actually. I was recording all day Saturday and Sunday, so the little bit of chatting I got to do with folks was when I was in between recording sessions trying to rest my eyes a little bit. Alright, let me see how much ice we have on board, because I am not actually sure. Oh, you are cargo. We can check you really quick. Okay, so we've got quite a bit of ice on us. And I think what we're going to do is, let's go ahead and recharge. Thank you. Go ahead and recharge those. Let's see what we have. Hi, let's try that again, shall we? Thank you. We don't have any oxygen bottles. Did I leave all the oxygen bottles over here? See, I thought I moved like all of the... So we're leaving some gear back here. I'm obviously going to leave a couple of the grinders and welders and such, weapons. A little bit of the ammo. Actually, we're going to take... There's 68 of that. So we're going to leave 100 rounds of or 100 magazines of ammo. Oh, you know what? Let's grab one of these, because we don't tend to need these on the planet. And we're going to look at uranium, see how much we have. You're still processing that, so we're going to grab 36 of it, because that is going to do us much more good in space than it is here on the planet. And the nice thing is that it'll keep processing even when we're off the world, so I think we're about ready to take off. Let's go small. There we go. Holy crap! Oh. Let's go 50 over here. And another 25-ish. And 10 more. There we go. Close enough. Alright, and then for this one we will do 18 there. And 18 there. Okay. So we have much more than we really need. And I am going to actually have you produce another one of these. We might be low on silver. No, okay. Let's take a look at our ingots really quick. Let's see here. We are low on silver, but we'll make a priority of looking for silver while we're out in space. One of the things that I want to do is find a ship that we can do something with that has grinder, or not grinder, but a drill on it, so we can actually start mining large scale. That's one of the reasons I want to get off the planet, is so that we can actually start building bigger things. Yes, we have 2 batteries. Let's see. Oh, I'll definitely read them, Dex. Like the mini panda is. Sort of. Yes, Demon. Very much. No longer tired. Nice. Energy drink made of tigers. No batteries or tigers. Why do you call it Tiger Energy? That's a great question. Alright. So I think we're about ready to take off. I did think about... so I did take the small scout that we had. I did take that apart. We broke that down. All of the parts are obviously on board the ship. The large weapons platform, the quad panda, that we're going to leave, because if I die and I end up having to respawn here, I want to have stuff already built so that I'm not quite in the deficit that I would be otherwise. Alright, so for now, let's go ahead, and I actually want to set up. Alright. So we're gonna set up a group for these, and I'm gonna show you why. Alright, so we've got that, and we come over here to groups. We're gonna grab the large thruster group, and we're gonna have this do an increased thrust override and a decreased thrust override. Now what this will allow us to do is to basically set up, for lack of a better term, an autopilot. Basically it'll allow us to use only as much thrust from the engines as we need in order to get into orbit. What that does is it helps improve your fuel efficiency. Now I don't do this a lot, but because of the way we're doing this particular playthrough, I thought it might be a good idea to do so this time. Woohoo! Look at that. Alright, so we're gonna go. We're still decelerating. There we go. We're accelerating there. So we're at basically half power on this thruster. And we should still be gaining altitude. Yes, we are. Okay. Now, the nice thing about this is that this means that we're going to use a lot less hydrogen than we normally would. Because once you hit max speed, everything else is just a waste of fuel. So what we'll do is we'll do things like this where we'll turn off the thrusters and we'll just kind of coast a little bit. And then we turn the thrusters back on, let it start accelerating again. And doing these little bursts like this up until you get to max speed will help you get out of the planet and use much less fuel. Now, if you're do keep in mind that if you're using the thrust override like this, if you try to force it, you won't be able to. Basically, it's limited to what you've set the override to. But it gets us out of the planet, so out of the atmosphere. And yes, the thrusters are ridiculously overpowered. I mean, these are vanilla thrusters, so they will get you into space very, very quickly. Can we cut back on our power yet? Let me cut back a little bit. All right. Unlimited max speed mod. I actually don't like the unlimited max speed mods. What I will sometimes use, and I don't use this on camera because it generally introduces a lot of problems, but there are lower limit ones that you can have where it'll be things like 100K or whatever, you know, 1,000 meters per second or 10,000 meters per second. I'll sometimes use those offline. Mainly because of the fact that they do allow you to get places faster, but they will cause problems because the game has to refresh. So the faster you're moving, the harder it is for your game to render things in. So if you have a lot of stuff going on in the game, like we've already got a couple of mods in here to introduce NPCs. With those NPCs in the game, it just adds another layer that you don't really need there. I have a brown belt in karate. I have a black belt in Smith & Wesson. Alright, so we're in 0.3G already. So we are down as low as we can go without turning the thrusters off. And as you can see, because we're using this, our hydrogen tank, with the ice that we have, we're burning it much slower than we normally would have. And we're able to maintain 100% on our hydrogen tank with only one oxygen system on board. So the beast of burden has taken flight. Now we will need to start setting up, looking for asteroids to land on. Alright, so we're far enough outside of gravity now. We're at minimum power on the main thrusters. We're accelerating again. So once you hit about 22,000, you're usually pretty good. And I am seeing what looks like... Is that a ship? Where's my turret? Alright, so there's obviously an asteroid there. Whoa, that's got gold on it. I think we're gonna divert a little bit. But I thought I saw a derelict out here already. So I'm seeing gold and iron. Those are definitely worth things worth stopping for. So let's go. Let us do a little bit of a rollover here. And we are going to start heading that way. Max speed. When you need to go fast in a straight line, 2 large hydrogen thrusters. Yeah, we're slowly making our way out of the upper atmosphere. And we want to go... Let's level her off relative to gravity well. And what we're going to do is we're going to have that go. I want to see if... Alright, so yes, that does maintain our forward momentum. That's good. And I'm not worried too much about being in the gravity well when we stop on this asteroid. Because we have landing gear, we'll be able to actually attach our ship to the thing. It's more about the being able to get the resources we need. We definitely need the gold. So. I tend not to use other people's designs too much, Dax. I will use them from time to time as part of like special events or something. Alright, so we're going to go disable that. Alright, and we're going to flip this beast around. Alright. There we go. So, but depending on what it was and what I was doing with it, yeah, I might use one. Like I said, I try not to use other people's designs. But... Alright, so if we go... like so... So what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what our gravity plane looks like here. So that is... level. So if we do that, are we able... Alright, so let's swing the ass end around. And the reason we're doing this is because I want to be able to approach the gold and be able to mine it without it dropping into the atmosphere. Alright. And is that going to be enough of a voxel for us to latch onto is the question now. I don't know if it is. We're getting close. We've got gold, iron, and silicon on this. This is almost enough of a... You know what? I am actually not going to worry too much about it. We're just going to latch onto this thing. And we are locked. Okay. So we can turn that off. Now, I don't have a gravity generator on board. That is one thing I did not put on this ship. But... we have everything else, so that was one of the reasons why I wanted to align myself to planetary gravity, was so I didn't have to walk sideways like this. Alright, so let's go get some gold. And we're going to go this way. Actually, Bob, you're turned on, right? Come here, Bob. Let's see if Bob is actually active. Should be. Okay, so yes, you are actually on. Are you in fly mode? You are in fly mode. You're in grind, but well, don't want to use ignore color for now. You are not picking up stone and gravel. Okay. Alright. Just making sure. You always need to make sure with Bob, because he likes to throw spanners into the works every once in a while. So how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're having a fantastic week thus far. We are doing a little bit of the grind to learn mod today, continuing where we left off last week, and that looks like we have gold in that there asteroid. Come here, you. Money, money, money! Money! Well, Dax, you've got a small, well, I can't say a small community. You've actually got a fairly large community now. Why don't you put the word out, man? You'll probably find some people willing to play. Thank you, Bob, for picking up the stuff. Hey, we're all friends here. Yeah, put the word out on like Discord and stuff, man. You'll be surprised at how often you'll find somebody who's willing to play. So this is one of the reasons why I like having Bob on board the ship, because with Bob, I don't need to have a giant welder or a giant miner. Because Bob picks it all up for me. Makes it much easier to get stuff done. Alright, let's go see how much. We've got a little bit of stone. We're going to go ahead and drop all this. Let Bob pick that stuff up. Alright, so Bob should have picked up about 20 or 30k, I think, of gold. Let's see. How much gold did Bob grab? 60k. Okay, that'll keep us going for a little while. Our next resource of acquisition is going to be platinum. Actually, we need silver too. Man, we were completely out of gold. Holy crap. Alright. Yeah, we need silver. We need some iron. Oh, we got iron on this one. We got iron and silicon, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. But what we are going to do is let's get ourselves stationary. Ooh, hiccups. Let's get ourselves stationary here for a second. We're going to clean up our our GPS area. New from current position. This is going to be Earth orbit number 1. And we have gold, silicon, and iron. Do we have anything else up here? Gold, silicon. No, looks like that's all. I thought I saw some ice over here too. Let me go take a look around the asteroid really quick. Oh, there is ice in there. Was that ice? No, that's just rock. I could swear I saw some ice in here at some point. Was I just seeing things? Maybe that was one of the other asteroids. There's a lot of iron. Oh, look at all that iron. Oh, ice right there. We have ice in here. How far away are we? Alright, so if we come over here to the back side of the asteroid, we'll be able to mine up some ice, refuel our diminishing supplies. Always a good thing to find, to gather it when you can, because you never know when you're not going to find it again. Alright, that looks like all we have over here. But we do have some ice, so that's actually good. Alright, so the silicon is going to be just a little bit further south of the gold. Alright, so where are we going to park? I guess we could park the ship. If we park the ship like here-ish. Yeah, we should be able to park in here and then basically mine into it. So it's a small relocation on the ship. Not too bad. It could be much worse. And we have more than enough ice right now. I'm not worried too much about it. But I do want to make sure. Alright, so we're going to rotate you that way. Welcome to space. There is no up and down. There is only in front of you. And can I get... I'm wondering if we can kind of sneak these thrusters back here. Come on. There we go. As long as one of them lock, that's all I care about. Put the helmet back on, head back out. Whee! Love that airlock. That thing makes so much easier to build around. It's like, it is ridiculously simple to use that thing to build now. Because with that, you don't have to have like three blocks in a line. You can do an L-shaped entrance to your bases and ships and stuff. So much easier. When I first started using it, they didn't have that. It was just the rotary airlock. It was something that they recently added. So my hat's off to the mod author. That is an awesome, awesome addition to that mod. Thank you very much for that. Alright, so silicon. Silicon. A nice Dex. Which shield mod? The new one? Well, it's a re-release of his older mod. It's just a new version of it. So the one that has the little spinning sphere on it. It's a externally mounted shield generator. So if you like hard sci-fi shows, you'll probably like that mod. It actually works really well too. It's a little bit more balanced than the shield mod that I have installed. Basically, you can overload the shields, and if you do, they go down, and then there's a cooldown on them before they can come back up. Unlike the other shield system, where basically it's a set value on the shield, and it takes a set power level. The other mod, the one I think Dax is talking about, is based on the amount of power you can put to the shield. There's a slider that says I want to use all available power down to the minimum available power. So you can set, you know, if you want more shield power or if you want the shields to recharge faster. It's actually a really cool mod. Yeah, new one. Yeah, a couple of people have actually been asking him about making those things airtight, because he has a station mod. There's one of the shields in that mod is for specifically for stations, and people wanted to have it set up to where you could basically have a biodome style thing, where you'd have this big spherical shield around like an asteroid, and make the asteroid airtight like that. Which also gives the element of risk, because if you get attacked and that shield goes down, anybody who doesn't have an oxygen system is hosed. Alright, so that should be probably close to 100k of silicon. $114, that was close. And another, okay, so we've got 200k of silicon. I went a little ballistic with it. All right, and then the ice pack was over here. Where was the ice at? I think the ice is down here or up there. It's down here, maybe. Down here? I should have put a waypoint on it. It's like you find somebody you really like, you put a ring on it. When you find ice, you put a waypoint on it. Alright. So it's on this side. So it's not too far away, it's just on the other side. Okay. We can do that. So it's relative, it's above a relative. Alright. It's actually showing up on the radar, so I'm not going to worry too much about locating it. Right, so let's go ahead and get this going. And I think we might already be in proper positioning for it. I should say proper orientation, but we'll see. Make sure we're going to clear this. I would really hate to have some of the thrusters destroyed while we're in deep space. That would, well, and not even deep space, atmospheric. Losing a thruster right now would be absolutely devastating. Especially depending on which thruster it was. Alright, so let's bring her in just a little bit. We'll make sure we are mostly good here. Boop. Okay, we're locked. Alright. Oh, gravity. We're in a really awkward gravity position here. So you go there. That thing is full of silicon. We're okay. We're not doing too bad for hydrogen. Alright. Oh, helps if I put my helmet back on. Alright. And how are we going to do this? So this is our gravity plane. So if we go like this, now there's a reason I'm doing it this way. You'll see in a second. Okay, see how everything's drifting down there? There's a reason for that. This way we can get ice and iron at the same time. Oh, that's stone. Don't want the stone. Give me the iron. Damn it. There we go. There's the iron I was looking for. And see, so what we're doing is we're basically using the gravity field in our favor. Or I should say, to our advantage. And hopefully Bob's going to pick all this stuff up. Now, we still haven't unlocked large cargo containers. So we only have, you know, like 6 small containers down there. Now, each one of those things can hold a couple of 100,000 ore, but it's going to add up quick, especially if we're doing mining like this. You see how everything's just kind of dropping down into Bob's field there. Where is Bob anyway? Come here, Bob. You should be you're right there. Yeah, you're in range. Awesome. Working exactly the way I wanted it to. Let's go ahead and grab some more ice. I don't know how much iron we ended up with, so we'll go check in a minute. We do want to get as much of the ice going as we can, though. Alright. You know, Bob's sitting there yelling at me, right? Alright. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. So we only have what's in there. So he is picking it up. Tanks are full. Yeah, we'll drop that in there for now. Alright, so that's going to go. We have more than enough. I'm not really worried about uranium right now. We've got so much power on board that it's not something that is a huge issue at this point. But we do need to get a little bit more reserve on the ice. I would like to have like 200K in storage on top of having the O2 generators be full. So we're going to focus on the ice for a couple of minutes. Alright, so what I'm thinking is if we can get a ship, like if we can find something with drills on it and we basically unlock the drill technology, what I will do is I'll probably put one of the drill mods on, and it will either use like the beam drill or we'll use the like the Earthbreaker or something that gathers a lot of resource very quickly, so we don't have to spend so much time when we're together doing this kind of stuff. The beam drill's nice and convenient because you just point it at a place while you're going and doing other things, and it just pulls whatever resource you're looking for. So, yeah, I think Dax joined around the thousand person mark. He was somewhere in that area, I believe. He might have been before that. Alright. So, how much of that did you pick up? Okay, so we have 100K in storage. Let's go ahead and... I want to go ahead and basically double that. And we're going to drop stone as it slowly drifts down to the planet. You know, in theory, that might actually hit my base. It's heading there, huh? So if we go back and there's a big crater where my base used to be, you know what happened. No, it's not actually going to make it that far. When it gets about 20K out from us, it's going to despawn, so... Even if I wasn't mining stuff, it'll despawn before it hits the ground. It's not powered, so... Alright. That's where meteors come from, yep. Space Panda, mining. Alright. So, as long as we have about 200K backup, as well as the 200K we have between the two systems, we should be okay. That should be close. That should be very close. Yeah, that's close enough. Alright, so platinum is next up on the list, and I think for our next mining operation, we are going to get a little further out of the gravity well. I want to actually be out of gravity, I think. Because if we're out of gravity, then we can actually set up artificial gravity and we can have everything work the way we want it to. And... whoop. Alright, So we picked up a little bit of iron, not too bad. Let me see here. We have a planet behind us. We'll take a look over there. I'm seeing some iron. There might be some uranium over there. I'm seeing some darker patches. Usually when you see really dark surface patches, that means you've got something like silicon or uranium on it. But there's no promises, no guarantees. That's got a lot of iron on it. And both of those look like they should be out of the gravity well. So we're going to go ahead and head that way. And it's gonna slow us down a little bit, but we're really close to the edge of the gravity well, so I'm not too worried about it. August 18th. Nice. Yeah, Sharky, you've been around for a while, buddy. Alright, so hopefully everybody's having a fun day. Happy Monday for the folks who are wandering in. We are doing a little bit of the Grind to Learn mod in Space Engineers. We have just successfully left the planet behind. We've got our nice little shuttlecraft. It's got a processor. It's got, well, a refinery. It's got a assembler. The only thing we don't have is a gravity generator. We do have medbay on board, so if the worst happens, we... Why does it look like there's something attached to that? Oh, that would be why. It looks like magnesium. So iron and magnesium, that might not be too bad. We are now in deep space and coasting at a nice clip at 85.23 meters per second. You are now free to remove your seatbelts and to drift around the cabin as you see fit. Thank you for flying Air Panda. We hope you enjoy the trip. Alright, let's go ahead and start decelerating here a little bit, because we're flying past a few things. There we go. Thank you for throwing the links out there, Sharky. Appreciate it. Alright. 31 meters per second. Nice safe speed to be zooming around. Wow, we ended up with a really good spread on the asteroids this time around the Earth-like planet. So, I have to say I'm really enjoying the Grind to Learn mod. Once I figured out how to use the config file and how to actually make sure that config file was being saved between the multiple saves, it works much better now. So. Panda Airlines or Panda Space Travel? Yeah. Panda Transportation? Panda Galactic. There you go. We fly everywhere on this world and every other world. Alright, so let's go ahead and get ourselves slowed down here a little bit. Alright. And we are getting a little close there. Panda Musk. Ugh. Might want to rethink that one. Alright, so there should be some magnesium over here in this little ring is what it looked like. It's either magnesium or ice, I'm not sure which. Cobalt. Even better. and iron. There's nickel. So yeah, so we had the nickel over here. Okay, let's get ourselves... You know what? We're just gonna... We can do it. May as well. Ooh, that might be a little closer than I thought. It's okay. Actually, we don't want to leave ourselves free floating in space if we can help it. So yeah, I'm thinking we need to put a couple of spotlights on this thing. There we go. Whee! All right. It'll be interesting to see just how much cobalt's actually in the middle of this thing. That's not bad, actually. People's Republic of Panda. You make it sound like I'm trying to take over the world there, man. Global domination is not one of the things on this panda's list. Now, being the person behind the power that takes over the world, that would be a good job. But why be the one on the hook for everything when, you know, eventually the civilization uprising happens? Let someone else take the fall. All right. And you can actually build a effectively a gravity-based vacuum cleaner. What you do is you put collectors on a grid that has a spherical gravity generator at the center. Just attach a small reactor to it, and then have everything piped together. If you build it right, the surface area collectors basically will grab anything that comes into it. Used to mine like that in space, actually, in Space Engineers early on when they first introduced the spherical gravity generator. So the collectors were basically the only way to really do large-scale mining operations for a really long time. So makes me feel really old remembering that. Thank you. All right. But yeah, that's why a lot of the start vehicles, specifically the mining vehicles, the ships that have been here basically since the beginning have collectors on them. Is because that was basically the only way to really do large-scale mining. Yeah, you could. I've done that before too. Not nearly as efficient though. You end up losing more stuff than you might want. So we have 100k cobalt. Wow, we have 150k cobalt. Okay, that's good. Actually, you know what? Here you go, Dax. We'll set up another meteor for you. This one's just stone. So you go. Look, it's moving as fast as you are, and then you hit your brakes. All right, so So we've got nickel down there. How much nickel do we have? If I've got like 80 or 70 or 80k of nickel, I'm not going to worry too much about it, but I don't think I do. I think I only have 8k, so yeah. So we'll grab some of that. Nickel. So we should be able, if we go here, yeah, if I can get the ship in here, let's open some of this up a little bit. All right. So if I land in here, I should be close enough to get that nickel fairly easily. Won't be too much extra work. It's always fun to do a little bit of resourcing. Alright. Now I really had wanted to get a... Whoa, hello. Oh, mining carriage. I had really wanted to get a bunch of this done before we were on camera today, but... Oh, c'est la vie. Alright. Alright, so we're going to try and land on that little ledge that we just dug out right there. You ever want to know how you do mining in real life? This is definitely deep space mining. Alright. Of course, if you were doing this in real life, you would have it set up so that you were using as little fuel as possible. You wouldn't be doing what I'm doing where you're relocating. You'd be looking for where's the best place to set a centralized area. And are you locked yet? No. Okay. A little bit of room, we can drift over just a touch. Alright, let's turn that off so I can see a little bit of detail here. Alright, that should be good. Looks like we're latched. Go ahead and turn those off. Mwahaha. Iron, cobalt, nickel. Look at you, buddy. Nickel. Let's go get it. Let's go get us some nickel. Make a spaceship with panda colors. Hey, I did that on the YouTube side. So for those who don't know, I actually do a Space Engineers series over on YouTube on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. Basically, we've got this thing called... Oh, what did we name that thing? Oh, Phantom Panda. That's what we named it. It started as a crashed red ship that we mirrored forward and aft, and then we did starboard to port mirroring on that. So it ended up with basically 4/4 of the original red ship. And then we added some hangars to it. We found one of those derelict spaceships. We added that to it. Now I'm looking for a couple of Argentavis and another one of the derelicts. If we can find another one of the derelicts, I'd be really happy with it. But as it is, I think we're going to have to manually rebuild the ship. And basically what we're going to do is once we have that entire ship done, we're going to hollow it out. Basically set up a small base somewhere with a couple of large cargo containers. Go in and just basically hollow the thing out. So we'll leave all of the thrusters and exterior elements there, but the interior will be completely gutted, and we'll go through and actually build the ship out. So it's not too much more to do on it. Alright. How much nickel is that? You think that's, what do you think? You think we have 100k nickel yet? I think we're close. Let's go see. How much nickel did we get? $152, $156, so yeah, almost $160, not too bad. Bunch of cobalt running. Alright, so we still need silver. So we've got nickel, we've got cobalt, we've got gold being processed currently. We'll go ahead and drop that down here so we know we have it. Let's go. We have a lot of silicon. You don't use much silicon. And we're gonna render that down really quickly, so. But I think we have enough nickel and everything else. It's just we do need as much gold as we can get, so. Alright, so we still need silver and we need platinum. Those are our two last elements that we need. So we're gonna go ahead and set up another GPS here. And this is going to be, actually, you are actually near Earth orbit. Actually, no, I just want, we're going to do current from home, from here, we go here. Whoop. You're going to be 0, 1. And what did we say we have here? We have iron, we have nickel, and cobalt, right? Alright. Strangely appropriate music for mining in space. Okay. Alright, so let's get a zoom out here, see what is our closest point of call. That one looks pretty good. Isn't that music strangely fitting? Oh. So for the folks that are joining us, welcome. We are doing some Space Engineers. We have the Grind to Learn mod on, which means we do not have everything unlocked. In order to unlock that technology, to be able to build it, we have to find it and grind it down first. So we are just in the process of gathering up some basic supplies, trying to get everything going. I'm really looking for some platinum right now because I'd really like to replace the hydrogen, or at least supplement the hydrogen with ion. And you know what I'm thinking? Let's go ahead and cut those on really quick. Let's bring ourselves to as close to a complete stop as possible. Alright, so it's Neo. Where is... That's that one. So we should be here. Yeah, that's the one we want right there. Okay. We're going to take a little side trip here really quick because I'm seeing some ice over there. Like I said, I do want to grab this as we go. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of bring her in somewhat gently, hopefully. Since we do have ice there, I want to see what else we've got on this thing. I'm betting there's iron. A little uranium wouldn't be too bad. I would like to have a source somewhere in the local system. Definitely iron. Iron, silicon, and ice. Alright. You're not a very large asteroid, so I'm betting that's probably all you have. But you do have a lot of ice on you. So let's swing around. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just silicon, ice, and iron. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a GPS right here. Earth orbit number 2. And you are iron, silicon, and ice. You are going to rename. Now, for the folks that are wondering why I'm making sure to put zeros in front of the numbers, as you can see, it does funny things. So when I get to 10, what 10 will do is, if I had it just as a single digit, I would have 1, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc., etc. This way, it will keep them mostly in numeric order. You know what? We want to edit you, take out the extra space. And we're going to do the same here. There we go. Alright, so we have that one. Let's go ahead and turn off these 2 waypoints. Alright, and there should be our next stop. Okay, so we know that this thing has a lot of iron on it. We can already see it from here. Now the question is does it have anything else useful on it? If it has iron, uranium, and ice, that is probably where we'll make our base, quite frankly. Borderlands is more fitting? No. I don't mind Borderlands. It's just, it's a little too much for live streaming. Hell, it's a little too much for recording sometimes. There's so much activity going on with it that it just, for me, it's not fun to watch. And I try to keep things, you know, along the lines of, if I'm willing to watch it, other people might be. But, well, that looks like we might have some uranium in there. We have uranium up on top. If we have ice, this is going to be a winner. We get a winner chicken dinner. Alright. Let's go ahead and start closing in on this thing. So that was either uranium or silicon. I couldn't tell. It looked like it was flat black from a distance. If it was, it should be uranium. But it might also have just been the rendering engine. Obviously iron. It's looking more and more like uranium. That is uranium. Look at you. Now we just have to figure out if there's ice on this rock. If there's ice on this rock, this is going to be our base. And the reason for it is because with having uranium on board, we'll basically be able to produce anything we need power-wise. I'm really hoping there's ice. And it looks like we actually have a pretty good solar angle as well. Alright. Just lots of iron, no ice. Now there's that one. I was hoping that there would be ice on this one with it. Is that with uranium and ice, uranium, iron, and ice, basically we would have all the power we need. We'd also have alternate fuel supply as well as having the ability to produce oxygen, which is going to be important for long term. Of course, we do have a fairly large oxygen or ice supply in that asteroid that we passed on the way in. It is close enough that if I needed to... Actually, let me check. What's the distance on that thing? What's our distance on it? 5K. We could actually make it there on just jetpack. I'm thinking we may set up a base here. Ah! Damn it! That's bad. That was bad. Oh, crap. Yeah. See? That was bad. That was very bad. Okay, so we just lost all that hydrogen. Thankfully, I don't have the explosive hydrogen tank installed. Wow. Yeah, I know it's not enough, but that's okay. We need to get this thing fixed. And that right there is why I always say carry extra ice. Okay. So we lost the antenna. That was expensive. Alright. Looks like we lost gyro. We lost the antenna. What else did we lose here? Okay, so we have an assembler. Now, this does give us a unique opportunity. Oh crap, it was the refinery we lost. Oh, please tell me we have the stuff to make a refinery. Oh, thank you. Can you deorbit asteroids? No, you cannot. Okay, so we didn't lose the medical bay, which is good. We lost the gyro, which is bad. We lost the refinery, which is horrible, because that means all of that resource... Actually, let's see what we got here. Let's check our ore. So it's processing silicon. Alright. Alright, so we're going to start processing that. We got gold. Okay, so it's not completely bad. It's not as bad as it could have been. Because this could have been much, much worse. We got 26K of debris. Son of a... Oh, you know what it was? When the refinery popped, Bob caught the resources that fell out of it. Thank you, Bob. Holy crap, man. Alright, so... that means we need to put a conveyor in. I need a conveyor, I need a small thruster. Have that. Of course I don't. But that's okay. We don't need it. We don't need the whole... Whoa, hello. Did I grab the large thruster? No, I did not want a large thruster. I wanted the small thruster, thank you. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. Alright. See, I don't know if we have the radio communications stuff. That's what we're... Oh, nope, we do. Okay. That's good. That's good. So we've got all of that. Then we are going to change up the landing gear assignment, I think. Oh... So what we're going to do is we're going to move the landing gear back a little ways. Actually, no, I guess we do need to move them up. All right. Yeah. I need steel plates. All right. Okay. We're in kind of a bad situation. It's not unrecoverable, obviously. But it's not a good situation to be in. We don't have a gyro either. Damn it. Let me go put a gyro back on this thing. Oh, man. Alright, so you get that out of here. We want to get gyro. Why do we have expensive stuff on the other side of the ship? Because that was the best place for it at the time. Because we're trying to keep the ship as low profile as possible. Oh, crap. Do we have an oxygen tank? Just hydrogen tanks. Okay. Yeah, we're going to change that. Alright. Alright, so let's get this thing set down on the asteroid safely this time. Your detector's still working. Alright. Alright. Yeah, because normally I don't crash into stuff like that. So we have uranium and we have iron. Now, do we want to build on the surface of this thing or do we want to build inside? Space Panda, the safest way to travel in space for cheap, maybe. Hey, it could have been much worse. That could have been absolutely catastrophic. We might have, if I might have had to put myself on a free fall trajectory back to the planet. So I've done both builds inside as well as on the surface of asteroids like this. So I'm just trying to figure out which way do we want to do it this time. Do we want to build inside this thing? Or do we want to build on the surface of it? Start on the inside, work our way out, completely devour it. Might do that. Hey, there is ice on here. Look at that. So yes, this is getting a base. Let's see. Where's the planet in relation to us? Planet is over there. I want a view of the planet. If we're going to build inside this thing, I want to have a view of the planet. That's it's a very small amount of ice, but you know what? We'll make it work. All right. Alright, so if we do... Right. Tell you what, let's stop here. Okay, so it's not quite as hopeless as I thought it was. Not that we were hopeless anyway, but... So if we're here... So if we have ourselves... Like that... Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Get a nice view of the planet, right? We have a lot of iron in here, so we'll be able to basically just gut this entire thing. We already have areas where we can see where we're going to be able to run solar. We'll be able to run basically a mast up here. We'll put the solar tracking script in so that we can have our solar power. We'll have some batteries. Yeah, this will work. This should work nicely. Now the question is just which way do we want to be facing when we're looking at the world? Because we could do this and have it be, when you look up, you see that. What do you think? Roast Panda? Well, thankfully, I don't have... there is a mod called Dangerous Reentry. It's an atmospheric flight physics system that gives you damage over time if your ship is exceeding a certain speed and it's not designed properly to handle reentry, atmospheric reentry. Works really, really well, actually. I mean, hell, we could just go ahead and... Because if we use this as an area for ships to come in, this would be the hangar. Alright, so I'm trying to figure out how we're going to set this up, because I need to figure out the orientation of the blocks. Alright, come here, you. We're going to grab some plates, get our UI back here so we know if we're dying or not. Do we have any ice on board? I hope we have ice on board. Nope, we used all of our ice. Well, crap. Okay, so we're starting to run out of oxygen. Not a problem. It's okay. We can work with this. So go ahead and throw that over there. We're gonna grab those. How much iron do we have? Alright, so refineries, come here, buddy. Before you do anything else, get through that 26K of scrap metal, please. Right. So production, we're gonna go ahead and crank out like 10K plates. 76,000, we should have that, right? We have 30K there, we have another, yeah, we got it, that's fine. By the time we're done processing that scrap iron, it's going to be good. All right. So if we're doing this, Alright, so we want, say, something like this. I was hoping to be able to get it in there, but that's okay. We'll make do with what we got, right? Okay. So one of the first things we're going to need to do is get some power on this thing, get a platform going. We want to be able to close this off a little bit, I think. All right. So if we go with this being the general idea here. Why does it look like you changed? No, I guess not. Whoop, there we go. Too many. There. That should be okay. Because what we'll do here is we'll just basically have this thing come in like so. Okay. There's method to my madness sometimes. And what we're trying to do here is we're going to square this up a little bit so that the interior space matches the surface. And then that way when Bob welds all this stuff up, we'll actually have a seal in here. There you go. Yeah, see? This could work nicely. All right, and we're going to bring you back quite a bit here. Because we want enough room to basically be able to set... Actually, that might be too far back. Let's only go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so if we go here... Yeah, that'll work. That's far enough. That'll be the back wall of the new base. And eventually we'll come back and actually basically close this entire thing in, so the entire inner area will eventually be an air envelope. But for now, we're just going to get it started here. There we go. And I need more steel plates. How are we doing for plates? Give me plates, Bob. Lots of plates. And look at that. Almost 1,000. That's awesome. Now I'm not gonna weld this up yet. I'm basically just getting an idea of where we want the floor space at right now. And then once we have that figured out, we'll start putting in things like the cargo containers and figuring out how we want to get things done. And what this is going to be is a combination landing pad as well as a habitation area. So, because eventually we're going to replace, well, we'll keep that ship for a while, most likely. But we will eventually have a small scout ship that lets us get out and about as well. So we're going to go 3. Let's go there. How's that? Because if we're here and this is, say this is a window here. Yeah, it should be fine. Oh, there it goes. Alright, let's go ahead and get this going here. Damn it. Alright, let's see here. Should be... that... You are there, so you are going to be like so. And what we'll end up with is a rotary airlock. Oh, come here, you. Right there. And then eventually we'll come out here and we'll put in an actual like little landing pad. But for now, that gets us started. Now I don't want to be burning any more hydrogen than I need to be, so we're going to go ahead and land this thing. And move you in. Get your nose up a little bit so that you are on the same planetary alignment. There we go. Actually, we want all of our thrusters. Everything should be turned off. Yes, okay. Alright, let's go grab some ice really quick. How many plates do I have left? I've got 800 plates left. We're going to throw a small reactor in here. Alright, so this is basically going to be all windows here. So that'll be windows all the way across. This will be the kind of like the front reception area, I guess, would be. One here, one there. Now, you don't actually have to reinforce the corners like that. I just tend to, just for convenience sake. Oh. Painted green, call it panda shoot. Like I said, we are going to get... You know what? Let us go here. So that's going to be mostly the center there. Actually, you know what? So that goes there. This will be windows. Probably do windows up to... Let's go ahead and get that going. And how many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That actually worked out well. So yeah, we'll bring this back. That way we can use the 2x. And then this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're just trying to get an idea of where we need to go for getting stuff set up. It's going to be a lot of windows. If we do... Actually, if we do this instead... So, I mean, we could move it back here. So if we do it that way, yes, I know I'm starting to get low on oxygen. We have no replacement tanks left. We've only got 55 points of oxygen in there. I'm gonna go grab some ice really quick. We said the ice was over here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that's iron, that's there, so we need to go this way. Got turned around for a second, it's okay. So here's what we're gonna do. So to O2, we're going to put this in here, put that in there, and grab both of those. Okay. And Bob is already doing his job of getting this stuff welded up. Alrighty then. Alright, and I'm thinking, oh, hello. If we go take you out. And then we just bring that back like so. That's 1, 2, 3. So we'll do a series of windows there. We'll do a series of windows here, a couple windows here, and then windows up top. And then on the back line, we're going to continue that type of imagery where we go like this. All right. So we'll have an airlock here. We have the airlock there. All of this will get welded in. We'll have windows up here, windows over there, there, and there. So do that. There we go. Let's grab a few of those. How are we doing for plates? He's going to be working on plates for a while. That's fine. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab windows. We want to start getting this thing to the point where it's about ready to be sealed. All right. So we're going to go take you out. Take you out. So we want the 1x1s. Get rid of that. 1x1s. 2x3s. And 1x2. All right. So for the 2x3. Move it forward 1 block. Where do we want it there? You know what? Oh. Let's put it there. And what we'll do for these is the 9, that's 1x2. Yeah, so for this one we'll go 1x1s. We'll actually flip them this way. Yeah, it's right the first time. There you go. Now, part of the reason why I wanted these to be set like this is that it puts them on the outer edge. And that allows me to do things like mount lighting to them if I need to. And should be enough room for one more. Okay. And you are a 3. So if we do the 2x3s now. Damn it. Come here, you. Alright, so this is the general idea at least. Would you quit doing that? I do miss the old block placement system. The block targeting used to be so much better. Ugh. Okay. And then how many blocks is this? This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can go out of girders. Need more girders. Alright. Do we have any more girders? No, we don't have any more girders. So guess what's being produced right after those? In fact, let's go ahead and kick those over for right now. I don't need many. Alright, there we go. So if we do... Okay, so that is 2x3. So we can go one there, one there, and that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4. So for that, I'm going to use these. Right? Yeah. There you go. Ah. Oh, nice. You found the command list, did you? Very nice. The Panda Penthouse? Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Now, I do need to get a reactor in here as well as the O2 system so that we can actually start getting some of this stuff set up. Alright. And what I may do is we get a lot of sun over here. Oh, I don't have the oxygen farm. Alright. So if we go there, do that there. Interior plates. Damn it. All right. And eventually this will get replaced, but we're going to go ahead and put in an O2 system here for right now. Don't have to go this way. Do I have any interior plates left? No. Let me grab an interior. Let me grab some interior plates. Because what I'm thinking is I'm trying to plan for future expansion. And what I'm thinking I want to do is have a conveyor system here. There you go. All right, so if we do a conveyor block, actually do the conveyor block here, and do that. And what I'm thinking is that later on, if we get the O2 farms, we'll actually be able to run O2 farms like down, well, up along the top here. But for now, this gets us set up so that we can actually get the oxygen system in, and I'm gonna turn you that way. All right, and then we want reactor. And we're gonna actually run you. Where are we gonna run you at? All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm out of plates. Once more out of plates. All right. Mining hauler. Not too worried about the mining hauler. So we'll do that. 1, 2, 3. And basically, because we don't have a large cargo block, we have to make do. And what I want to do is have a system set up so that if and when we get large cargo blocks unlocked, we'll be able to attach a large cargo block somewhere, move all of the cargo out of these blocks into that one, take this out, and then put the large block back in its place. So everything's going to be, hopefully everything will be piped in this way. All right, so we're going to say from there, go one this way, one that way. Is there anything that I need to run over here? Not that I can think of. But we'll leave that open as an option. All right, so that's going to come back here. And you are... All right. So you're going to go like so, I think that's right. There we go. And then this has the advantage that we can then go like this. All right, so where are you for that? Okay, so if we then go assemblers. See, I'm a huge fan of trying to keep all of our materials processing together. And you actually Doesn't really matter which way you go because you're going to match up with somebody. Gives us 2 assemblers. Unfortunately, I don't have the upgrade modules, so we're not going to be able to use them yet. But again, planning ahead. And we are going to put in a build and repair system here. I'm going to slap you onto the end here. And do I want to have you break the direction of travel? I think so. I think I want you guys doing that. All right. So we do that, do that, and we're gonna do actually 1, 2. I guess it doesn't really matter. We could have gotten away with that because then the reactor could just sit there next to the cargo container. Give her, Bob. We have a job for you. Alright, so what we're going to do is, again, we're basically just trying to plan ahead a little bit. So what we want is for this to go here, and then we'll take, yeah, that's fun. And basically what this is going to do is hopefully, nice, set us up so that when we have large reactors, we can take this little assembly out, throw a reactor right on the edge here, then we'll have large cargo containers. We take all of those out, throw it in there, and that gets us where we need to go for now, I think. And we're going to take you out for just a moment because we want to power all of this up, which means we need to grab a little bit of uranium. And we are going to grab 19 from you, 10 from you. All right. All right, so we're going to put 1 in here. And now the reason we're doing that is so I can come over here, do this, and all of the both of the reactors should now start pulling fuel out of there, which is awesome. And basically we're letting them figure it out between themselves. Now I will need to set up other things eventually, but for now this gets us pretty well set. And we're gonna go like that. Alright. And like I said, I'll come back and we'll greeble this once we have everything set up, and for now it's more about getting things a little bit more secure in here, because that's going to be our walkway level here. And we'll probably put some walkways in here. It'll overlook whatever is down here. I'm thinking we'll probably end up with this being like our production facility area. Might take you out, because then we can go like that. Oh, you know what we could do? We could actually make this our cryo area. Oh, see? So we end up with that, and then we go... Actually, do I have interior plates? I still do have interior plates. Let's grab some stairs. There you go. All right. And then we can go... I don't know if we're gonna... I don't know how we're gonna wrap this down. I'll figure that out later. But we do need to get... let's see what we have for seats. We don't need anything overly complicated. Do we not have a passenger seat? No, we have a flight seat. So we'll put the flight seat here for now. Come on, Bob, weld this up. See, we have survived. Is it a hangar? The area that we're in right now is not a hangar. This will be like the residential kind of place. So what we will be doing is the area behind me. Are we full? Yeah, we're full. Okay. So the area out there actually will be the hangar. So what we'll end up with a walkway out here. Let's get another. We'll put the railings in so that you can't just walk off that ledge. This will continue out, with this being the back wall. Just to give you an idea here, we're just doing a very quick frame in on it. All right, so this will be the back wall. We'll have a bit of a wall over here as well. I don't know if we're going to do that or not, but we will have a wall on this side. We'll put in an airlock here. So basically you have a ramp that comes down, and then what we'll do is have this go like that. And did I learn the cryopods yet? No. And as soon as we find a ship with a cryopod on it, basically we'll put cryopods on this. And what I'm thinking here is maybe something like that. So you end up with two cryopods here. You walk down. What we could do is just run them down this way, which might not be a bad idea. So if we do that, we have two cryopods here. There we go. So we'll put a cryopod here, leave this open for a walkway. All right. And then basically we have one cryopod here, and then cryopods all the way down here. See? And then this will be the reception area kind of thing. We'll probably subdivide this a little bit. And then this will go into the residential wing. No worries, Demon. Right on, Dax. Oh, man. Alright, so what are we missing for you? You're missing what? Windows? Yeah, bulletproof glass. And we'll do 2K of that. It's going to take 10 and 30. How much silicon do we have? Okay, so we have the silicon for it. And looks like we'll have the iron for it too. Alright. Awesome. Oh, why is it you are doing this today? Assembler. Okay, so it looks like we have most of the stuff that we need. Okay. So now it's just waiting for the assembler and Bob to catch up to us. We will eventually have... you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. We'll have you closed in. And I don't think I actually have gravity, do I? Oh, I do. How many do I need for that? You only need 6 for one of these? Oh, hell yeah. We're gonna put some gravity in here. One must never underestimate the gravity of the situation. Yes, I had to say that. Contractually obligated to make that joke. Alright. And we are going to go... That's going to go there. Let's see. This is... For the time being, we'll put this here. I will probably relocate that at some point, but that's okay. Well, it depends on the situation. You know, if the situation is severe enough, gravity jokes, way to go. Alright. So what are we missing for our refineries? Because once we have the oh, we already got them up. Okay. So what we need to do now is we need to pipe in a docking area somewhere. For the time being, it's going to be a very simple system. It's not meant to be anything overly complex. But what we will do... How did you match up? You didn't. Okay. Since you didn't match up, we will do that. And that should pipe in that way. There you go. There you go. And what that allows us to do is then we can come in and basically block all this in. Like I said, I don't know if we're going to keep this styling on it. I will probably come back and greeble this out because I don't like giant expanses of flat space on builds. But for now, we're just trying to get an envelope here. So it will work for now. And then once we have the supplies to worry about wasting like O2 and such, we'll be a little bit better off. So actually, all right, let's go ahead and get this in. So eventually we will have a deep freeze area, but for the time being, it will we'll have to make do with what we got. Alright, what are you missing? You're missing everything. You might be just a touch too far out for Bob to get a hold of you. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this. Did Bob finish that while I was... Okay. I was about to go beat Bob senseless. Alright. Shadow Trooper, how you doing, buddy? You found your first derelict ship? Congratulations, man. That is awesome. And the reason why my UI looks different is because I'm using a... it's called a Fresh Look, I think is what it's called. It's a UI mod for Space Engineers. It's actually on the front page of last time I checked, it was on the front page of the Steam Workshop. Let me check here really quick and I'll tell you exactly what it's called. A fresh new view. It is a colored fresh view. Let me grab the link here for you. Yeah. So that's the link to the UI mod if anybody's interested. I really like it because it's actually an animated UI as well. So when you're low on power or O2 or anything, the meter for whatever thing you're running low on, when it turns red, it'll start flashing to let you know that that you're in trouble. You need to consider going to go get stuff. Alright, so we've got refineries with one of our assemblers that's up. That's actually good, so we can... Let's see, we're just waiting for the second assembler and Bob. Let's go ahead and... We're going to help this along here. And... you... Okay. Need more computers? What? Oh, I'm out of room. Oh, Shadow Trooper, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that. How you doing today, by the way? Out and about, hopefully enjoying some Space Engineers. And we just need a few more computers. Alright, so for the folks who are joining us, welcome to the stream. Happy Monday. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend and that your week has not started off too strangely or badly. We just need some computers really quick. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and throw the rest of the materials back in here. Let Bob play with those. Because I want to get the last assembler online. Ah, damn it, I need 15. Right? Yeah, 15 more computers. Okay. So we are using the Grind to Learn mod. For those who have not experienced this mod, what it does is it basically removes your ability to build everything. And in order for you to learn how to build anything, you have to find it in the wild and grind it down, and it'll unlock it as technology that you can later use. So that is the reason why you don't see me putting upgrade modules on things like the refineries. Because everything except for the custom modded blocks, so the ladder, the build and repair, basically everything from ladder on, I had to manually unlock using the config file. Everything else we unlocked legitimately in the game. Oh, and the hydrogen thrusters I think I unlocked manually as well, because I couldn't find any ships that had them on them. Alright. So we're waiting for plates, we're waiting for the glass. Actually, have you used all of the plates already? Let's take a look here. See what we got queued up. Okay. And if Bob over here is set up, what we'll be able to do... We have gravity, right? Hey, we have gravity. Awesome. First things first. Let's turn gravity down a little bit. I don't like 1G, especially in orbit. It's usually a bad thing to have. We're going to go... what is that? 4.9. Go half a G. Now we are going to go look for the build and repair. We're going to turn that on so that it will help with the building process. We do want it to build new. We want it to be in fly mode because we want it to be able to pick up stuff. We are actually going to have this one weld before grind. Turn off the ignore color. And we're going to set this to 131 or 121. No, it's 313. Right? I think it's 313. 100. Oh. 313. Okay. Let's not do that. And what that will do is when we use that color to paint something, Bob will, the build repair tool, will actually grind it down for us. So we've got him doing that. We don't want him grinding those. We only want him enabling things. Now we are going to tell him to not pick up gravel. We're going to disable that. We're going to tell him not pick up stone. So in order to use this option, just for those who haven't used Bob before, you have to have him set the fly mode. If you haven't set the fly mode, then you can set his collect priority. We're going to have him push everything immediately, and we're going to have that turned down to 10% because Bob's welding is way too loud. All right. So now while that is going on, we will be able to come over here and we'll be able to start grinding or mining a little bit of iron. Because not only do we have gravity, we have Bob to pick up our ore, so we don't even have to pick up the bloody ore. Make sure, are you close enough, Bob? Yes, you are. Okay. So the build and repair tool is, or I should say the build and repair bot, is probably one of the hardest working YouTubers I've ever met. He's in pretty much every YouTube stream. Twitch stream, you know, he's everywhere. Oh. Alright. And hopefully our refineries are refining. What really hurts is the fact that we haven't unlocked ship-based welders and, well, any of the ship-based tools. But I'm thinking that once we have gotten those unlocked, I will probably put in the tiered ship tools or the Earthbreaker drill. I'm not sure which. I'm thinking the tiered ship tools because they are a little bit more balanced. Because they're the really high level ones that do the amazing amounts of removal actually take a lot of resources to build, so, and they're high-end resources. Alright. And then we are going to do... Yeah, let's check. How much iron... Or did you pull any of that? Okay, so that thing has been cranking it out as fast as I'm mining it out. Yeah. Wow, that thing is burning through the uranium. Okay. I don't know. It is just really dark in here. So let's go get some parts for some lights. We're going to put a couple of spotlights in here. Or not. Have I really not found a spotlight yet? Holy crap. Alright. So let's grab some regular lights then. Alright, 10 lights should be enough for now. That'll at least get us a little bit of light down in here. What we're going to do is we're going to put a light right there. We're going to put one over here. And what we're going to do is once we have lights placed in here, come on. There we go. What we'll do is we'll go in and we'll adjust their brightness so that we can actually see down here. And I will probably end up, there you go, running, in fact, do we have, how many steel plates do we have? We only have enough steel plates for the lights. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab some more steel plates. And what we're going to do is we're going to run an array down to the mining area, so that we'll be able to pull a little bit of brightness down there. Alright, so 23. Because if you can't see what we're doing, then that's not fun for anybody, right? So are you going to be... Yeah, you should be... This is... So if we go that way... Alright. So we're going to bring this over 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now, as soon as that disappears, thank you. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to come over here, show you how to get light in places very quickly. We're going to grab this. All of our blocks are on. We're going to set these to max radius because we can. And then I'm not a huge fan of the glaring white, so what we're going to do is we're going to change these down a little bit. Give it a little bit of a warmer tone here. There we go. There you go. Give you a nice soft daylight look. And what we can do here is we can say... like that. And hopefully Bob's picking this stuff up. We can hope at least, right? What I will eventually do is I will probably get to the point where I just bring over a couple of the build repair tools, like we'll get him into range so that he's picking all of this, so we know he's picking all of this stuff up. Alright. Yeah, Yeah, so for those who are joining us, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the chat. I do try to read it from time to time. If I miss your question, I apologize. So we're just trying to get a little bit of light down here so we can actually see where we're mining. Get some iron. There we go. Again, as you can see there where my energy's at, what I was talking about, the animated UI earlier. And as it gets lower, that yellow bar will start moving faster. So it lets you know that you're getting dangerously in trouble there. So, but yeah, we have some light down here now. That's our entrance. That's another entrance. Alright, so how are you guys doing for... You've got a bunch of iron. Okay. Now, what do you need to finish? You just need steel plates. Which, fortunately, we have 2 assemblers over here, so we can tell the assemblers to make a couple of thousand steel plates each. Help a Bob out, right? There you go. And it's going to take half the plates just to finish those 2 refineries, but that's okay. Now you should be doing other things. We don't need you making plates anymore. We need you making windows. There we go. Yeah, so I love those derelict ships, man. So congrats on that find there, Shadow. That was awesome, man. I'm trying to find another one. Oh, I need a second one so that I can basically balance out the ship I'm doing on the YouTube side. If I can find a second one, it's going to be good. Alright, so I think we're pretty much at the point where we're just kind of in a holding pattern while we're waiting for things to finish grinding up. Because once this is sealed, I'll be able to basically pressurize and add an atmosphere. We have gravity, so I think we're doing pretty good. Not bad for, you know, crashing the ship earlier. Oh, man. I can't believe we crashed the ship earlier. Did we end up with 2 tanks damaged? Oh, crap. That would be where all my ice went then. Alright. So, alright, so I think we're going to go ahead and call this one here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. Since we have a group of people here, let's go ahead and kill the music. Let's see who else. Let's see if anybody else is doing some Space Engineers today. If so, we'll pass the love on. Zoc! Oh, Zoc is on. Yeah, that's pretty much a mandatory raid on this in this case. So we're gonna go hit Zoc up. Let him know that he's loved. Oh, so we're gonna go hit this guy. So I want to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit those likes, follows if you're new to the channel. You can also find us over in the usual places like YouTube, Twitter, or Discord. Sharky was posting those links earlier. I don't know if he's going to post them again. But just for those who are curious, you can find us over on YouTube here. And you'll be able to find us over on Twitter. Yeah. See if it actually takes it. Sometimes it doesn't. I think Sharky killed my bot again. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. I want to thank you all for stopping in. And like I said, go give Zoc a good old-fashioned panda pounce. And we're going to go get out of here. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Trouble starting a raid? What? Should never be in trouble starting a raid. Did he turn off the raids? That's no fair. Oh. Alright. Let's try that one more time. He should be Alright.
Take care, everybody.